Welcome back to Pokémon Legends Arceus. Last time we were allowed back in the village and our rank was reinstated. Commander Kamado has gone off to Mount Coronet to climb to the temple at the top and allegedly try to stop this whole space-time distortion nonsense by himself. Well, with the aid of the security corps. There's a non-zero chance that he's actually trying to obtain ultimate power, though. Because he was the one that ordered us to do all of the things and then kicked us out, which is really suspicious. So we're gonna go put a stop to whatever is happening up there. Did you find the commander, Crane? The commander is already at Mount Coronet. Already? How could a grown man like Commander Kamado be so reckless? First expelling you, Crane, and now this? I think he needs a stern talking to. As the leader of the Pearl Clan, loyal to Almighty Sinnoh who reigns over all of space, I can go anywhere in vast Hisui that I please, and now I'm going to go stop the commander. Who is the reckless one? Hey, you got run out of the village, right? But you still tried to find a way to help us all? Yeah. That about sums it up. That's right. Crane worked hard to get that red chain to help everybody. Too right, and a fine job she did too. The Survey Corps is always hard at work for the sake of everyone here in the village, as well as for the sake of our relations with Pokémon. Thanks. Here, take this. A max revive. That will help. Thank you. Your orders are 3. 1. Make for the summit camp, and from there, the Temple of Sinnoh. 2. Use the red chain to resolve this mess. And 3. Return here alive. Will do, boss. I'm once again more loyal to the team. At least a little. Is that who I think it is over there? I've heard the latest, so you've been accepted back into the Galaxy team, have you? I suppose congratulations are in order. Here, some max potions from me to celebrate. That'll help too, maybe. It looks like the big moment is upon us at last. But no doubt it'll be fine. After all, you worked so hard to earn that red chain. Both Adaman and Arita have headed to the peak as well. My good friend Crane, I wish you great fortune in the battles to come. I would truly regret losing one of our most beloved and loyal customers. It seems Kamado intends to use the summit camp as a base of operations for this undertaking. As for me, I think I'll set up shop closer to the temple itself. Why are you here? Things certainly seem to have gotten out of hand. If anything goes wrong, the great Melly will be here for moral support at least. Okay. Is that all you had to say? I mean, I guess we're right next to your house, as it were. Well, here we go. We are directly pursuing Kamado, according to the game. Which implies a lot, I would say. I suppose this is effectively a victory road, isn't it? At least in a sense. This is the stone portal. I've been told not to let anyone pass, but really I'm not sure what the point is any longer. Think you could go ask for me? That's a good touch. Guess I'll take that iron. And, who are you? Benny? Why? Oh, still alive and kicking? Sorry about having to shutter the wallflower. I'd much rather be there now, serving up some freshly grilled potato mochi. But that Taskmaster Kamodo's gone and left me to oversee our food supply. He always finds a way to put even these old bones to work. Well, I'm handling that. I suppose I'll handle you as well. Time we got rid of you once and for all. Are you serious? I'll make myself plain. As Kamodo's right hand, I'm charged with executing all the gritty deeds Kamodo can't or won't do himself. I gave him my word I'd get rid of any fools that might dream of getting in the way of his plans. Wow, okay, I suspected Kamodo, but I didn't suspect Benny. That's pretty funny. Besides, it's not just Kamodo who longs to live in a new home free of fear and strife. His dream is mine now, too. You've seen my smoke bombs before, right? Well, this is how you're meant to use them. What? When I heard you managed to quell those nobles one after another, oh, did it ever make my blood run hot and my heart pound. At last, at last. One final opponent worthy of my great ninja techniques that have been left to molder all these long years. Fucking what? This is bonkers. Hey, can I catch that? I need it for hairstyle inspiration. Do you mind? This is gonna be bad, though. I'm not equipped for this. I'm gonna risk it. Level... Hey, you can't do that. I mean, I guess you can do that. Oh, come on. That's also rude. Okay. Major's dead. Just crush him. Thank you. Gardevoir too, eh? Fair enough, I guess. It's really just both, is it? Oof. Have I mentioned this game is rough? However, just to make sure. It seems my ninja techniques will soon be consigned to history. That was wild. Very good, young one. Very good indeed. It's only a foolish ninja who tries to keep after a target they know they cannot beat. To be honest, I don't hate you. Might actually like you after a fashion. At least for the skill you show in battle. But listen well, Crane. Pokémon are truly terrifying creatures. Kamado and I saw our hometown burned to the ground by maddened Pokémon running amok. We lost plenty of friends and comrades that day. That's why Kamado came here to Hisui, to try and build a new home where people could live free from fear. But to achieve something truly great, you sometimes have to take extreme actions. If, hypothetical as it may be, a Pokémon were to appear from within that space-time rift, Kamado might lose hold of his reason. Save Kamado from himself, by force if you must. Do that, and I'll stuff you full of more delicious potato mochi than a human stomach can handle. Okay, thank you for healing me. At least. That was wacky. Alright. I guess I'll do that, my dude. Oh shit, that camera pan. Hey, Valo. How are you? I can't afford anything, my guy. Can you spare some free items? I honestly don't know if there's a reason for me to do things like that. Like, what can I possibly... Oh, you can buy max revives. Yeah, I'll spend money on those. That's gonna be more useful than anything. You'd better take that red chain up to the top of the mountain. The Pokémon threatening to descend on the peak any moment now. I think it may be Almighty Sinnoh. But all this has to be stopped, and you're the only one who can do it. Almighty Sinnoh seems to be nearly here, but still the commander obstructs us. Talk some sense into Commander Kamado, it says. Good luck. Okay, you've got battle armor? I mean, that makes sense. You again. I've heard this red chain of yours will bind the world. I assume that to bind the world means to hold the world together, keeping it as it's meant to be. A welcome idea. But can I truly put my faith in such tales? Trust me. Of course you don't, though. Commander, please, be reasonable. I understand that you're bound to protect your people as the commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. I have the same duty towards my clan. But doubting Crane like this, you're not just wrong, you're a fool. Perhaps you are right. But if I were to simply place my faith in this girl and that faith were to be betrayed, how could I possibly face my people? You may think you're the only one desperate to protect the people of Jubilife, but you're not. Crane is putting her life on the line as well. Fine, enough! Let fate decide what happens next. Whichever of us is stronger will prevail. Face me with your Pokémon, Crane. Today we battle in earnest. Fine. Well, let's see what happens. Of course. Hey, can I just... Can I just, like, go up here? No. Can I just, like, punch you in your dumb face? No. Can I, like, kick Snorlax? You can shove the Pokemon around, kind of. You can sort of reposition them. What if I gamble on Frostbite landing? How does Giga Impact work in this game? That's how it works. Double Edge is not worth it for the recoil at this point. You know what? I'll return to my intended position over here. Why not? Oh, jeez. Of course you would have Stealth Rock. I kind of hate how Pokemon get experience at the end of things, now that I'm thinking about it. Your defense is high, but it was worth it. Okay. I kind of wish I got experience after causing one Pokemon to faint, so that anyone could level up if they didn't survive the whole fight. But, you know, just a thought. I can at least cause you problems. Ah. What if... Oh, I have some full restores too, huh? First time I've used a healing item in combat for the whole game. It probably won't help at all. Yup. People sure crit a lot in this game too, huh? I mean, I guess it prolonged my life, in a sense. But whatever. Sen gets some experience after all. Any Pokemon that threatens our life here must be eliminated. Eliminate's a strong word. New move for Pirouette. You truly are a force to be reckoned with. Thank you. The fates have decided. I concede. Crane, I apologize sincerely for doubting you. Commander Kamado. I know I have no right to ask it of you any longer, but please use that strength of yours for the sake of the Galaxy Expedition Team. No, for the sake of the Celestica people and all the Pokemon living in Hisui. Nod. You bet I will. Don't you worry, Commander. We've got the red chain. Nod, nod. Everyone healed? Okay, good. Well, I'm surprised there's only been one trainer battle theme. You would think something like that would have another. What are you all up to over here? Commander's headed to the temple, but I fear the situation's already beyond our control. Beyond that space-time rift, there's a being that has no regard for our very existence out there. Can you feel the staggering power weighing you down? I doubt any human has a chance against it. Fortunately, we're gonna have bombs or something for some reason. Okay, so... one of the Pokemon that was loyal to the ancient hero. Weirdeer. Cleavor. Lilligant. You know what? Are you all ready? Everyone ready? All right. Ursaluna. Still never got that Moonstone. Basque Legion. Arcanine. Electrode. Sneasler. Yes. Braviary. Avalugg. And there's a symbol of Arceus. I wonder what is happening on the other side of that space-time rift. You can do this, Crane. I believe in you. The moment has come. Okay, so they're not evil. They just had a motivation. Come on, now's the time. Use the red chain. Wait, what is this? There's a voice in my head. No, in my heart? It's speaking to me. You hold the red chain. Try to catch me then. Whoa, Irida, do you hear what you're saying? Catch you? Almighty Sinnoh? I think Almighty Sinnoh may be speaking to me. It's telling me, you hold the red chain. Try to catch me then for the fight to come. Take these. Ultra Balls. Is this because I chose Irida? Is Palkia going to show up? Was I right on that? I think I was. Maybe. Yep. Sure, why not? We get to see Palkia when we saw Dialga in the previous thing. I'm not a huge fan of Palkia, but that's fine. Palkia's alright. Well, it stopped your maddening power. Ooh, the music. Yes! Hi. Oh god, it's the whole spear pillar thing. It's Spear Pillar and Palkia / Dialga music. Well, I guess that music already had some of them in it. Oh, okay. That was easy. I wanted to hear more of the music, honestly. Well, I caught a legendary Pokemon. But that's not all. She caught it? Right? She caught Almighty Sinnoh? The red chain's been shattered, but we've still got the Pokemon of the Lakes to thank for getting this far. Well done, Crane, my girl. Masterfully handled. I was watching the whole time as you battled and caught your way to a simply stunning victory. I was watching for all 10 seconds. You truly are the pride of the Survey Corps. It's all because she had me to show her the ropes when she first got here. Hey, y'all, the sky is still... I can hear Almighty Sinnoh. No. It's called Palkia. Mighty Palkia is speaking to me in my mind. Space-time grows chaotic. The power fails. The frenzied one, it comes now to fight. That is why I am here. You're telling me there's another one? But the red chain's smashed to bits. No way even Crane could tackle another Pokemon as strong as that last one now. Y'all, it's okay. It's gonna be Giratina then. Oh, no, Dialga's also here. Almighty Sinnoh 2! Do I catch both of them? Hi. I guess we have to flee. You know, it feels more appropriate for Palkia to be... for Dialga to be... This feels more appropriate. All of you, we must vacate this... forget the fancy talk. Book it, come on! We gotta make it back to the summit camp while we still can. We need to leave before this other Almighty Sinnoh decides it wants to fight us. But Commander... we can't just leave it here. You dunce! You won't be any use to anybody if you die up here on this mountain. What are you waiting for? I'm telling you, we gotta get gone. Okay, that's really funny. I can't just get gone. Kamado. I guess I did, though. Such dreadful power. It's certainly beyond our current capabilities to survey such a creature. I'm amazed you even managed to stay on your feet before it, Crane. And did you notice the energy pouring out of the rift? It seems likely that the buildup of this same energy was what caused the strange lightning that threw the noble Pokémon into their frenzied states. So our two clans truly were following different Almighty Sinnoh, but both were real. What a shocking turn of events. To say nothing of the shock of hearing the commander speak so differently. I must apologize from the bottom of my heart. To the both of you as fellow leaders. You saw the truth that I could not. You never abandoned your trust in Crane. And to you, Crane, I acted on ill-considered presumptions and drove you from the Galaxy Expedition team, forcing you to face great hardship alone. Despite all that, you still strove to save all of Hisui. Nod. Well, it's not like we could just sit back and ignore the space-time rift. And we understood, Commander, that you had reasons to act as you did. Commander, might I suggest we return to the matter at hand? We've left things in quite a state up at the temple. That's the stuff, Mr. Professor. You'd rather face what's in front of us than dwell on the past, huh? Just what I'd expect from a real scientist. A dependable attitude, indeed. Let us move on. No need to speak any further about my rash actions, not to mention my loss of composure. It seems that having Crane about has been a good influence on all. That's only natural. Crane is strong enough to defeat even this new opponent single-handedly. Whoa, slow down. Did you forget that the red chain broke? We'll be alright, armed with the knowledge mighty Palkia imparted to me. Palkia? The Pokemon that talked to you? It told me its name, but that's not all. It also told me this. The Stone of Creation's beginning, the Chain of Red, the vessel of humankind's invention. Unite these three and calm the chaos now disturbing the flow of time. And then mighty Palkia must go with us back to the temple, it said. Well, that chain of red is in pieces now, but if little bits will do, I gathered those. And the vessel of humankind's invention, I dare say that might refer to a Pokeball. That's gotta be it, but what about that Stone of Creation's beginning part? Leon might have some idea. He's knowledgeable about stones and minerals. He even goes digging for ore sometimes. Is that so? Then Warden Leon will be a fine resource to consult. What are your thoughts, Professor Laventon? Do you have any idea what this stone could be? Is it my ARC phone, somehow? Oh, upon my word, perhaps I do. Crane, my girl, could you lend me those plates you received from Weird Deer and the others? Oh yeah, those, obviously. The ones that Volo said had messages engraved upon them. It could also be my phone somehow. Maybe my phone's a plate. Just as I remembered. Here on the back of the Earth plate it says, when the universe was created, its shards became this plate. I think this may be a hint to what we need. How do you mean? Don't you see? We must search for stone, or rather ore, I suppose, that shares the same material properties as these plates. In fact, I believe that young Leon might know just where to find such a thing, as he said he'd been investigating it at Volo's urging. Now that you mention it, that Volo fellow's come around the Diamond Settlement asking about those plates before, too. This seems like a lead worth following. Okay, I'm suspecting Volo again. It's decided, then. Thus begins our search for the Stone of Creation's beginning. Although the name is rather a mouthful, wouldn't you say? I propose we call it Origin Ore. Rita, may we ask for your clan's aid once more? Of course. I'll call Leon to the summit camp at once. I waited as long as anyone could reasonably expect, but my invitation just never came, so I decided to honor you all with an unsolicited visit. Be glad and rejoice. Oh boy. Now, Adaman, I see all these other louts have their little tasks to be getting on with. What of the great Melly? Where's my role in all of this? I'm your leader, Melly. Show a shred of respect, would you? Fine, whatever. Just hurry up and give me a job, great leader Adamant, and make it a good one. You want a job? Fine. Your job's to support the others. All the other wardens are busy looking after their nobles and keeping the people of our clans from panicking. Take a hint. Oh, Adamant. Oh, you silly, foolish boy. Don't you understand anything? Everyone has work they're suited to and work they're not. And oh, before I forget, it seems you weren't entirely useless after all, Galaxy Team Grunt. Well done, you. Take this as a reward for your adorable efforts. Just my way of encouraging the little people. And you're also little compared to me. God, I hate this guy. Candy truffles? Okay. I could have gotten those elsewhere, I guess, but... I've brought Leon. Yeesh, that ugly hat suits you as poorly as this important role does. I don't like this at all. I should be the one consulted for my wisdom. Can we just kill this guy? Isilli's ores and stones are her precious resource. Since I was the first to realize that fact, it's only natural I should be the first consulted. Also, a lot of people in this game look like they're wearing, like, Mega Evolution bracelets, by the way. If you have a problem with it, perhaps you'd like to take it up with Cleavor in battle, with that bumbling ball of yours. Excuse me, that bumbling ball is more than capable of zapping both you and that ugly bug of yours all the way back to your stupidly oversized tree. That was a weird line read. Shall we prove it to you now? Melly, give it a rest and play nice with the Pearl Clan folks for once, would you? Bigger things are at stake here. But Adamant, everyone back home is all worked up because the Pearl Clan got to speak to Almighty Sinnoh or Palkia or whatever. Do you want them to hog all the glory? Warden Leon, if you would. Certainly. Let us set out at once. We make for the primeval grotto. Nod. Okay. I have caught one Pokemon. I think Palkia should count as like 50,000 points. Truthfully. I might need another rank for this next part. Its body is strong, and it has webbing on its hands and feet. Goldup can swim easily through rough seas, clawing its way through the high waves. Yep, that's true. Spatial Rend, Aquatail. It should say Palkia caught, plus 2,000 points. Come on. I still don't know what the heck a desert radish is about. Bashful. Good. So this is... Palkia is at the limit of what I am able to control. Which could be a problem. So I don't really want to use them before I have to, I guess. Pirouette might have to take a seat in place and be replaced, I mean. Well, that wasn't quite the finale I thought it would be. We've still got tasks to do. Next time on Legends Arceus. Thank you for watching. See you then.